Going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cleveland Uprising podcast about Cleveland. We are currently in the stage of we call it the trifecta. We're doing three developments that are happening, three about to happen, and then three things about Cleveland that we think need to happen, change, or be done. My name's Brent Reed, and then we got over here Danny Hernandez, um, and and we are just talking about Cleveland. So, like, the current stage of Cleveland, Danny. Like, what do you think? What do you think is exciting about it? What's going on? What needs? Is anything about what's going on?
I mean, there's a lot of things that are happening in the city, right? They've been going on for a while.
Yeah.
We have the one project on West 25th by the West Side Market. That's pretty much completely done right now. It
Intro,
seems
yeah.
like, yeah, there's a lot of businesses that moved in, um, on the front of the building, like Bank of America, which Bank of America really didn't have a presence here too much.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that one. That one moved in. So it's an anchor tenant because that's a bank. If you think
Yeah.
about that being, why would a bank go anywhere that's not going to be lucrative?
Well, Bank of America, though, it's like one of the bigger banks of the United States. So it's interesting that we're having more of them open up. I think there's another location out in the west, somewhere in the west suburbs. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'm actually excited about this project on West 117 called Studio West 117, and it's going to be basically, it's going to be this, entertainment hub on the west side, LGBTQ plus entertainment hub, I guess. And so, I mean, there's really nothing. We don't have anything compared to Columbus. Like Columbus on High Street has a lot of different choices for the LGBTQ community. We really don't have anything here, other than Twist, and it's just not enough. We don't have enough. So I'm kind of excited about that. But there's even more, things happening all around the city. Like obviously, the biggest project right now is Sherwin-Williams, and that will be completed, I believe, sometime this year.
Um, the exact finish date, I'm not 100% sure on, but I know they finished a lot of the groundwork, which they had to dig out the hole, do all the plumbing, do all that stuff. They finished that. The cranes are going up, so it's basically just all the hard foundation work with the plumbing. The electrical's done. I going down there taking some pictures myself, and basically done with the groundwork, done with what needs to be done base level. Now it's going to go up. So uh, probably see some beams going in soon, some structural work of the frame, and that's going to go a lot quicker than the groundwork was. The groundwork, I think it's been going on about a year, if not more now, because of a lot of technical stuff needs to be done in infrastructure work, and I think electrical grid stuff like that. So plumbing mainly. Plumbing is probably one of the most challenging parts. I would assume in a building. Can't have any cracks in that. Can't go back underground and dig it up underneath a skyscraper necessarily. So
Yeah, it's a huge project. I mean, it's supposed to be over 1 million square foot, and it's going to be the global headquarters of Sherwin-Williams, as most people probably know. It's great to have a company like that here. We definitely need more of a global presence. I think it's great to have companies with that type of presence. So that's amazing. Also, they have here's another project that's so a lot of stuff happens in the city or it happens in Ohio City, Tremont also, which is great. It's great, but they're actually looking to expand in University Circle, and the project is called they call it Circle Square, and it's supposed to be the second largest development in that area. So 24-story apartments are going to be built, and actually, construction began last spring. So that's pretty exciting. And then there's another building being built around that area. So there's more development going on. And I think University Circuit is one of the better, um, you know, type of tourist attractions we have. Not just that, but just for student living and young professional living. It has a lot to offer. There's a lot of entertainment choices around there, a lot of cultural choices like the museum. And so I think it's great that, if they continue to build on that area, because that's a pretty cool area of town, I think.
yeah, again, we're going back to the intro here. That's the largest wood and timber, technically, building in the USA at the moment.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm not sure how many stories it is. It looks around 10 to 15 to me. I think it's 10, 15, but the building basically is overlooking the city on an angle, which you can see the entire skyline. There's a pool on top for the residents. Beautiful. I was walking past it one night with a buddy. There's a wedding going on. There's people literally in a reception hall that I've seen it before. And this reception hall is it's big, it's huge. It's done for like city events, things like that. It's got a wooden ceilings in all the rooms, beams. The theme of it, the nature of that being in the core of the city, being able to market the city, promote what's going on here. It's exciting, but not only that, but it's right across from the West Side Market. That being said, the shops below are going to get a lot of like cross promotion. They could probably cross promote one another. There's a coffee shop at the corner of I know it's off the edge of West 25th and the West Side Market there. So that is basically going to get a lot of traffic, from the businesses and the West Side Market, and then a lot of tenants need to still fill spots in there. There's a few open leases there, but like Danny said, the Bank of America in there. I'm assuming a few of the restaurants are probably going to go in there. My assumption is it's going to be like an area for a few nice restaurants. That would be very smart, and a few shops, but you know, the nature of that being a newer building, it's going to take some time to get some anchor tenants in there once the residents move in and things like that. So if anyone's saying, oh, there's nobody's in there, right? It just got built, just like a lot of places downtown. I mean, you got to make retail below all these residential units. And the reason why they're not filled are because, the market is growing, so they'll be filled eventually here soon.
And there's other projects right in that area, right south of that intro building. There's another. I forget exactly where it's at. I think it might be off of Train Avenue. I'm not sure, but it's right around the bridge where the bridge heads over to the other south of West 25th towards Clark Fulton. There's another building being built there. I noticed that, and that's going up. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but I mean, that's so there's some development going on south of the West Side Market area. So that's actually pretty exciting, just because it's expanding south. It used to be just that part of Ohio City.
Was it development called again?
Oh, I don't know what it's called, but I know it's south of the intro building. It's right where the bridge leads into the other.
Bridge, right? It's right across from there. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. That's a whole new residential complex.
Yeah, heading south towards the Clark Fulton area. So.
That was like a hill, like a molded out. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I'm surprised they're building something there. Yeah.
Like literally, there was nothing even. Who would even thunk you could build something there? I think they anchored obviously the ground to make it secure. Then they built a apartment complex in an area which you thought,
Yeah, you wouldn't imagine it. I wouldn't have. And then
amazing what that's going to do for the area.
And it's right by the
bring
bridge.
Those residents to those businesses we just talked about with the intro. It's amazing you mentioned that because that's going to bring all this other business and growth that we stimulated in the area. I mean, I don't think when I studied city planning out for my master's, at CSU downtown, it basically got me to the point where I realized the growth of things when you put other businesses near it. You have to start with places for businesses to go, which are the leasing opportunities. You have to start with residents. You have to continue to build block by block. So it's just going to be a good thing for a lot of the ownership in Tremont too. There's properties to own there too. So the residents are going to have a lot more to grow here at the edge of a historic district like Tremont, Ohio City.
It used to be that 5 to 10 years ago. Well, I don't know about 5 years ago, but like 10 to 15 years ago, we probably only had